remember being in Atlanta, Georgia. At the time, I had no weave because I couldn't even afford no weave. I had a little shortcut, a little low boy. Some of y'all remember that picture with the little blonde hair, right? I was like 25 pounds heavier. I can't even count how many inches heavier. And I remember Mr. Fallon called John LeCarry for me because I could not believe the compensation plan. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know what it is, why, but a lot of people, and that's why we got to teach people how to read their back office. The day I was about to join, and Pam could remember this, somebody called me, LeCarry, in tears and said, Stormy, you're about to make the biggest mistake of your entire life. People count on you. People love you in network marketing. And if you join TOC, I promise you, you're going to regret it. The compensation plan doesn't pay how they say they're going to pay. You know, the points they only give you 10 points. Nobody could go director. Nobody could requalify director. And the person was crying real tears on the phone. Then said to me, because everybody, you know, haters and negativity always want to find validation. Remember that. That's why you got to watch, you know, who people hang around. When you see somebody hang around somebody that don't like you, remember, haters and negativity always wants to seek validation. So guess what the hater? The hater called somebody else to validate why I was about to make the biggest mistake of my MLM career. The lady on the phone was crying, Stormy, I love you so much, and I'm happy that you're getting back into TOC, into network marketing, but I'm a part of TOC, and I can't go directly to save my life. This is what the person said. Tears, the lady was crying. To this very day, I don't know who the person was. But let me tell you something. You gotta make sure that you express to your people how to read the back office, how to understand the difference between buying for themselves as a customer. Yes, you only get 10 points, 25% points when you buy from yourself as a customer. So if a person is struggling with hitting director and wondering why their business isn't growing, but that very same person is teaching their team just to buy from themselves as a customer, that's why you can't hit director. That's why you can't hit executive. And so when I sat down with Jack Fallon in that meeting room in Atlanta, Georgia, he don't even know this, but I kept asking him a bunch of questions about the compensation plan because subconsciously, somebody tried to taint my vision. They tried to taint my belief. They tried to taint what we got going on right here in this room, what we got going on right now in this company. And so I kept saying, you sure this 50% check match? You sure, you sure, you sure? And I'm like, how in the world can y'all afford to sustain this business paying a 50% check match? How? And then I started thinking about my career in the industry. I was like, man, 50% check match. Man, if I would have made a 50% check match in my first company, where I made 1.2 million, I would have made about 8 million. When I thought about my second company, you know, I'm like, man, months that I made 30, 40,000 a month, if I would have had a 50% check match over there, man, I would have made 200,000, 300,000 a month. And so I kept debating with Jack Fallon and John LeCarry about their compensation plan. I said, this can't be real. It can't be real. So I kept debating, I kept questioning, I kept second guessing the truth. I kept second guessing the truth. And finally, something in my spirit said they can't be lying. In spite of the haters, in spite of the person that tried to make me go the other way, I left that meeting with them. I got on the plane and I started writing the list. I started writing names in my phone. I started to judge people, which was sometimes you gotta do that. I started to judge, who do I wanna talk to about the business? Who do I wanna talk to just about the product? Because I already wasn't strong enough to deal with too much rejection. I didn't have the strength to deal with too much rejection, so I had to really decompartmentalize my list. I had to make sure I put business-minded kind of people on the left side and customer kind of people on the right side because I needed everybody to say yes. That's what I thought. I wrote down. See, some of y'all getting too fancy with these phones. You gotta start writing stuff. Go back to writing stuff down. You gotta go back to writing stuff down. And my vision was very simple. My vision was that we were gonna help 1,000 families. And when I say we, I didn't know who the players was going to be. But I knew, and I wish Tanya Rockmore was here because if you guys go back throughout my social media career, 7 years ago, I used to say I would help 50 families. I used to always say I. It was all about Stormy Wellington show. As a matter of fact, I was so crazy. I had a whole campaign called Stormy's Way. Couldn't tell me my way wasn't the way, baby. But I realized shortly that it ain't about me. It's only so much I didn't do this in this room right here today. And so I changed my whole concept from I to we. I said we will help 1,000 families. But I said first I gotta help my own family. Back home I had a lot of stuff going on, negativity. You know, I'm broke, I had a lot of stuff going on. So the first family that I had to help was myself. I recommitted to just helping myself first. I went home, I got on the T. I built that list. Before I left Jack Fallon, after I understood the compensation plan, I didn't know how I was gonna get it done. But I knew that we were gonna put 50,000 customers and distributors in the company. I looked Jack Fallon in the eye, and I said, this company is like a senior citizen company. I'm so glad Kenny and Shantae in here. I said to them, TLC looks like a senior citizen company. I said, nobody not gonna wanna join. The type of people, at the time, I'm 38 right now. I was 34. I'm like, I can't attract my type of people with these kind of looks. These suits and these stuffy ties and afros and these beige jeans and all of this stuff going on. And then I listened to, I'm so glad, Mr. Fowler, come up here, please. And I listened to a few of the conference calls. And I said, oh my God, how am I going to get 50,000 customers and distributors with this type of look? People, I'm like, they selling weight loss and I'm like, they selling weight loss and these people fat. This is a true story. I was fat too. And I listened to the conference call. I'm like, my people are not going to get into this business with these type of conference calls. So you know what I did? I told Jack, and I'm glad he's here. I said, I am going to make this company the youngest, flyest, sexiest company in network marketing and direct sales. All right. When other people see obstacles, I see an opportunity. Why am I saying that? Because you got to find your niche and get rich. You may not want to be young, fly, and sexy. You may want to have a senior citizen group. You may want to have an older church. Listen to me, y'all. You may want to have an older churchy group. You may want to have, a Mormon group, or you may want to have an atheist group, or I don't know. You may want to have a rap group type of, you may want to have the rich under 30 group. You look at what TLC is missing. You look at what TLC is missing in your eyes, and instead of talking and judging and hating and saying all kinds of crazy stuff, you decide that I am going to be the one to create the shift. I'm going to have a whole section of whatever that group is you want to create. And so I told Mr. Fallon, I'm going to make this, I'm going to make this company young, fly, and sexy. In the beginning, I used to say, man, there is a senior citizen company. It's not you, Sean. And so, Mr. Fallon, not you. And so, Mr. Fallon, do you remember that conversation?
Yes, ma'am.
I also told Mr. Fallon that, and this is after I tried to, get him to buy me a Rolls Royce. That's a whole other story. Am I lying? I called Mr. Fowler from the Rolls Royce dealership and everything. I had the salesman talk to him at all. Like, you should buy me a Rolls Royce, because you buy me a Rolls Royce, people gonna really be looking at TLC. And Mr. Fallon is the type that he was like, sure, of course, yeah. He says yes for everything. So I really thought he was gonna buy it. I really thought he was going to buy me this Rolls Royce, y'all. But I quickly realized that he was doing what he was supposed to do. He was not supposed to discourage me. He was supposed to make me believe in the possibilities. But he said this. He said, if you are as bad as you say you are, Stormy Wellington, you say you bad, right? You the best thing for black women in the network marketing industry, right? If you as bad as you say you are, take our compensation plan and go buy your own Rolls Royce. In his white voice. Well, that's what he said, right? And so I said, leaving that meeting, I told him 50,000 customers and distributors in 90 days. I didn't know how we was gonna get it done. I really did not know. I would write it down every day. I am so happy and so grateful now that I have 50,000 customers and distributors in my business. Every day like a crazy lady. My family, everybody thought I was crazy, and I was. I became crazy about changing my life and building my business. I became fanatical. I wanted to change my subconscious mind. I wanted my subconscious mind to feel as if I had already done what I wanted to do. So in order for me to change my subconscious mind, I had to keep writing and lying to myself and writing and lying to myself and lying to myself, and to the point where we started to attract the people. Jeffrey Janella Simpson came. Edify, believe. We would do meetings and we would mess stuff up, and we'll go around the room and say, hey, you know, what would you do with an extra $500? We would do home parties. We would support each other's home parties, to the point where I would go to Jeffrey Janella's party and Pam would show up, and we would go from house to house to house to house to house. We didn't know what we were doing. But you know, one of the things I can tell you all that we did? We believed that we were going to get the 50,000 customers and distributors. We did opportunity call after opportunity. And I did every single call for months. Pam was my host. Every single day, from Sunday to Sunday. Every day. I did the call, and Pam was my host. Y'all hear me? Every single day. Oh man, I love James Ditley. Man, Kenny had James do my opportunity call, and I said, my people are not going to move from this. So I had to take some of the things that James said and incorporate my flavor. And that's why I'm giving y'all some stuff that some of y'all may need to create your own calls, if you could do one. And so anyway, we would do home party after home party. And we would get together, and Jeff would edify me like I was mad. I was broke at the time. But he would talk about my old story. Oh, Stormy Wellington is this and this. And I mean, it got so bad, he would say, oh, I ain't even let my sponsor come to this. He'll text me, Stormy, don't come to this party. They ain't ready for you. Like the respect, the love, the honor, the gratitude was there for what we were doing, even though we didn't really know that all of this was going to happen. Wow. But we kept doing it, and we kept doing it. And we would book a party from a party. Bam, fam, book a meeting from a meeting. We'll do a meeting that Friday, and the minute that meeting was done, we'll go around the room and be like, can you get 5 people at your house tomorrow? Can you get 10? Can you get 20? And if you say yes, we just was like, okay, good, we coming. We coming. And we just was all over the place, for real. One of the people I love is Mark Zuckerberg, who created Facebook. One of his famous quotes is, if you ain't messing stuff up, breaking stuff, you ain't moving fast enough. You can't think that this is an industry that you got to be methodical and everything got to be organized and everything got to be well started out. You got to know. I used to be saying the T was the Del God, and the people just believed in my confidence. And because I was so determined to change my situation, we just went to work. Yes. Guys, right now we got calls that been going on for years. Do you know we have never stopped our 10 o'clock call? Every day. Every night at 10 p.m. Eastern. I joined TLC November 1st. And we have never, I'm talking about Christmas night, New Year's night, the consistency, the commitment. But here's one of the problems. We got to understand that everything is a major. You got to learn to make everything major. And you also got to know that people are, don't just, I'm going to do the call any kind of way. No. So guys, what are we about to do? And I say we, because some of y'all should be real pissed off right now. Let me tell you why you should be pissed off. Nobody said thank you to you walking across the stage. Not a soul. You know why? Because you ain't did nothing for them to say thank you for it. You ain't touched the stage not one time. The only thing you should be grateful for at this moment is that you made the decision to get here. But other than that, I'm grateful for that you made the decision to come. But it's not about you just coming. What are you going to do after? What are you going to do moving forward? Do you know how it feels just to know that you made a contribution to somebody else and they like, thank you, thank you, thank you? So write this down. Mr. Fallon, John LaCari, Kenny and Shantae. Listen, March 5th, starting Monday, March 5th through June 5th, I am recommitting myself like I'm not making the money I'm making. Yay! For real, seriously, I am recommitting myself like I'm not comfortable at all.
Right. You can't hear it in the back.
I'm not comfortable at all. I'm not comfortable until more people in my organization can say because of you. I'm not comfortable until more people can fire their boss and donate their job back to their family. More people can pay off their homes and more people can experience true financial freedom. I'm not comfortable. And nobody in this room, besides the people up here, make more money than me. So if I'm not comfortable, you cannot get comfortable. And that's the problem. People allow good to get in the way of great. Why do you just want to live good when you can live great? The conversation is still the same. The products is actually even better than they were. We got more testimonies, we got more evidence, we got more receipts than we had in the beginning. So what's the missing component? You. Y'all gotta stop being selfish. We gotta stop being comfortable. And we gotta decide that we're gonna get in alignment, we're gonna believe, we're gonna have faith, we're gonna fight, we're gonna be coachable. And I'm gonna tell you how I feel. When I look at these people in front of this room for real, the way they fight for us, like y'all don't even understand what Kenny goes through fighting for us, like on the real. Y'all have no idea what Shantae has to deal with, sacrificing her husband. It ain't about the money. Y'all know how much money these people make? Jack, y'all have no idea how he continuously grows and he loves us so much, y'all, so much. You can't fake what they got going on. John LeCarry, I mean, the way he just goes and gives and is so humble and he's so, we blessed. In my mind, my heart, we owe these people to take this company to $1 billion company. Yes! When we become $1 billion company, that means we got more stories. Because some of y'all like to make it about you. I'm sorry, let me help y'all. Let me talk to that group. When we become $1 billion company, that means we got more 6-figure earners, more 7-figure earners, more 5-figure earners, more people with paid off houses, paid off cars, more people that have more options, more freedom. So I'm gonna say this one more time. We owe these people right here. It ain't about you and your comfort zone. It's a whole world out there of people, fat, overweight, depressed, that don't even know our company exists. And some of y'all sit by them and won't even say nothing to them. Some of y'all won't give them a sample. You won't give them a card. You won't say, hi, how are you? How could you believe in TLC and want to create financial freedom and you won't even talk to the people? I'm still that crazy lady. So listen, y'all, these people right here, we owe them to take this company to $1 billion company. Next year. We can't worry about what everybody else is doing on nobody else's team. We can't worry about that, y'all. I'm sorry. We can't. We can't attach ourselves to negativity. We can't attach ourselves to mediocrity and people that want to be doubtful and want to be ordinary. You got to disassociate yourself from that for the next 90 days. Yes. Yes. And so March 5th, we are starting a 90-day run. Anna talked about it. Jeff talked about it. They got the results. Julio talks about it. That's what I did. What does that mean? Number one, that means you're going to make a commitment. The first commitment is to yourself and your family. You're going to have a conversation with your family. I got to go. I got things to do. You're going to make a commitment. You're going to eliminate anything negative in your life. I'm talking about anything. It could be your baby daddy, your baby mama, your husband, your wife. Anybody that don't believe in what you're committing to for 90 days, they got to go. It could be your kids, for real. I'll talk to you later on, baby. For real. Oh, but you don't even want to know about what I had to do on many occasions to my own mama. Because they don't understand. If they're not here and they're not at these type of events, like I'm happy my daughter's here. Because I think she gets the bigger picture now. You, your family, these people, the whole world that needs what we have. So number one, you're going to make the commitment. You're going to eliminate anything negative. You're not going to think negative. You're not going to talk negative. You ain't going to post negative. Anything. You ain't going to eat negative. Like anything that could get in your way, I promise you, if you commit for 90 days, you'll look up and be like, I can't believe I didn't know that I could change like this, like so fast. Like, y'all, I'm happy every day, for real. Yes. My cutoff game's so strong. I done cut some people off so, man, listen, I done took the scissors, the butcher knife, and I cut a lot of stuff off.